Wow, I just realized how much time has passed. It is, what's today? Today is Thursday, November the something, 7th, 8th, not yet the 9th. And I haven't done a video in so long because it's been so crazy busy. I'm so sorry. Anyways, what's going on with my baby Simone? We had our Comic-Con event. It was fabulous. I learned so much. I learned what we should do, could do, would do for next year. We decided that we're definitely going to do Comic-Con in New York. And I have a friend that's going to help me get that set up. I'm going to surround some more press around it. I realize in doing so, a couple of things need to happen. Simone needs to publish a book. And she needs to have a costume created, and she needs to have the Sheroes League. So those are three things that we are working on. And it's hard when you don't have a lot of time. When every day you come home, you wash clothes, you make dinner, you do homework, you get ready for the next day. It's really hard to focus on that. And I realized that the only way that I'm going to be able to do that is to set some time aside on a calendar and say, this is the day that we're going to do this. And one of the biggest things that was the hardest for me is to try to get buy-in from Simone if it's something that she really wants to do, because it has to be something, it has to come from her. It can't come from me. So she definitely says she wants to write a book, and so I'm happy about that. But now I just got to get her to write the daggone book. And once she writes the book, I'll find her an illustrator. I have an idea where I can go and get it. But I think that I would like to have the storyboard and all of that done before I approach him to do it. And in the meantime, you know, I'm really anxious to build out Sheroes, because I know how great it could be. So what I did do, at least, is I put a calendar together for next year on what we're going to be doing each month. And I'm going to try to put as much stuff I had done ahead of time so that I'm not scrambling every month to make this stuff work. So that's part of the goal. And something that I'm going to be doing over the Christmas holiday is trying to put a lot of things in place so that Sheroes runs smoothly each month. And at the same time, and then I can focus on some of the other things that we need to do to get Sheroes up and going and get the book done and stuff like that. So a lot of big goals towards the end of the year, which we're fast. It's just fast approaching. It's November. I'm like, oh my gosh. And she's getting older, and she's getting bigger, and she's blossoming out. And I look at her and I worry about all other kinds of things, you know. She hasn't hit puberty. She's developing, but puberty hasn't set yet. And I'm like, okay, waiting for that shoe to drop. And there's just a lot of things on my mind with regards to her, and you know, what's going to happen with her. And she's becoming her own. And like, I think I posted one time, it's like talking to your childhood self, talking to yourself when you were a child. That's what it's like talking to Simone, and when you have a daughter. And it's just so true, because the things that she says and the things that she does and the expression that she makes as an 11-year-old are all the same things that I did. And she will not realize that until maybe if she decides to have children and she has a daughter, she will not see it until then. But that is what I see, and it's just like remarkable to me, but at the same time frustrating as hell, because she, you know, she's so defiant. But I know and understand where that defiance comes from, and I get it and I realize it. I can fortunately say I've never had to have any major arguments with Simone yet. I know they're coming, but nothing major. She gets a little, like, you know, she raises her voice and stuff like that, and I have to check her. But for the most part, she's a good kid. I just keep telling her now how important it is that she has a future and that she established what she's going to do now. Even if she's 11 years old, she has to start now. I said, you can't wait till you get out of college to say, oh, this is what I want to be when I grow up. I said, you have to figure it out now. And you have to start working towards it now. So she's been very consistent with her answers. Every time I ask her, she still wants to be a baker and she still wants to be a painter. So I'm like, okay. Is it my dream? No. For her? No. But it can't be my dream. So I'm like, all right. So I'm going to, enroll her in a baking class to see if she really likes it. Her dad's got her doing jujitsu and she's starting to like that. And I want her to stay with martial arts because I want her to be able to defend herself. I want her to be a force to be reckoned with because she's little. So I'm glad Daddy is still pushing her on that. But now I'm going to have to find her a career. So I said, all right, I'm going to try and get her into this baking thing and get her into a baking class and see if she really likes it. Like, she does like to make stuff. Like, she's always like, oh, Mommy, let's make some brownies. Let's make this, let's make that. But, that stuff is just box stuff, I said, Simone, you just putting stuff in a box and you just measure, in some water and you're done. That's it. There's more to baking than that. So I think I'm going to see if that's really what she wants to do. Christmas is coming, and I guess with, she doesn't need anything, really. She really doesn't. She wants a phone so bad she can spit, but I decided what I did was I got a new phone, and I have an old phone, and I'm going to have the old phone turned on for Christmas. She's not getting no new phone, but I'm going to have the old one turned on, and let's see how she does with keeping her own phone. She's going to get that for Christmas, and we decided that we were going to get her a bigger TV for her room, and I have to start looking, but I want to get her a computer that she likes. I think, I gave her my old computer, and she used that for a while, but I think she kind of thinks like, this computer is old as I don't know what. Can I get something new? So I'm going to look into getting her a little something for herself because I want her to start learning how to type. And, she can do stuff on Xbox and what have you, but she doesn't know how to use a keyboard. And I want her to start using a keyboard. So let me get her a little computer. In fact, I keep saying, oh, I'll look for that when I get to work, but I'm always so busy. Just never have time. But so I think a computer, a TV, and a phone is a very nice gift for Christmas. That outside of the normal stuff. Fortunately, I don't have to buy her a whole lot of clothes because they wear uniforms. But I am going to get her a new coat. And in my mom's tradition, I'm going to get her pajamas. I always get her some warm pajamas. She likes warm, fuzzy pajamas. And that's easy to get because the ones she likes are at 5 and below. So she loves them. I'm like, well, get some more of those and we'll be good. And I said I was going to get her a coat and some corduroy pants. So they're allowed to wear like slacks under their dresses that they wear to school. So I'm going to get her some corduroy pants and some boots. And she needs some more snow boots because her other boots are too small. And that's it. But she's growing. She's getting big. She goes to the hairdresser now every 2 weeks. Mommy has decided to leave that be. And I'm telling you, I spend money. I put the money out. But it's worth it. It cost me $65, but it's every 2 weeks. And I don't know what this woman is doing to her hair, but her hair is a whole lot better than what I could have done. All I do is try to keep it that way. Keep it that way until the next 2 weeks. So she actually goes to the hairdresser this Saturday. And I think she's given her like a treatment and she trims her ends and she's like babying her hair back to health, and I'm very thankful for it. So I'm just going to let her have at it until the summertime. And then I told her in the summertime, we'll get her, some braids or something because she likes to swim. Anyway, I guess I better jump off of here. I'm almost at work. There's a whole lot more to talk about because there's a lot of things going on. It's the end of the year. There's a lot of goals that I put inside myself to meet by the end of the year. And we just recently laid my cousin to rest, and that was another sad occasion. I'll talk about that later. But it's just a reminder of how fleeting time is, and what time is, what it is, and how precious it is, and how you cannot get it back. And my days are numbered right now. No matter how much we want to face it, it becomes reality when you're on the other side of mortality, and you realize that people are passing away at 80 years old. That's only 30 years from now. That's not a lot. That's not a lot of years. So there's a lot that I need to do in this short time. I feel like I have a 5-year window to make a major impact. 5 at best. I got to do it before I'm 60, or it's going to be a bust. So I'll talk all about that later. But anyway, this is what I got going on with my Moni Moan. She's at her dad is at SEMA this week, so I've been picking her up every day, dropping her off every day, picking her up every day, which has been fun. We've even walked to school a few times, which was nice. And she and I think had time to really kind of bond with each other a little bit. You know, even yesterday at Toastmasters, just before Toastmasters, we sit there and talk for a little bit. And I'm learning about her, and she's learning about me. And she thinks I'm crazy. She's like, "Mommy, you're silly sometimes." I said, "Yeah, no. My mother was never silly. Mommy was never silly. She's always, not that I remember, she was always just mommy. My dad was silly, but not my mom. So I guess it's one of those things I just pick up and take from her." All right, there's a whole lot more to say because I lost a lot of time talking to you, but let's just call this the Moni Files, Moni Catch Up, and post that somewhere so that she can see this when she's older and say, "My mom, I can't believe she left all these tapes. Was she crazy?" I wish I had tapes of my mom's voice. I don't have many tapes of my mom's voice. Pictures, but not her voice or her actions and her moving around and doing stuff. That's old videos. That's all. So, here's hoping these serve that purpose. Peace out.